All right, everybody. The Jacksonville Jaguars just broke the NFL, and in something I don't think I've ever seen before. I've seen coaches accept a job and then go back on that acceptance. I've seen coaches not be able to decide what they do and take a long time, and then leave a team kind of up a creek without a paddle. But I've never seen anything like what is happening with offensive coordinator Liam Cohen and the Jacksonville Jaguars in their courting of him. And part of me is starting to wonder if the Jags are finally starting to figure it out. And I was so excited. I was so excited. Now, we cover many teams on this channel. We love covering teams that the NFL kind of ignores, that the national media kind of ignores. We're Detroit Lions fans, and so we've known what that's like for a long time. And I feel like the Jags don't get enough love. They really don't. It's a small market team. I understand that. By the way, how's your snow? I heard you got snow in Jacksonville, which is nuts. Us personally, we got 4 feet of snow here in Michigan. So it is what it is, and I know it was cold in Jacksonville, but just remember, yesterday it was 2. It was 2 degrees. All right, so, and I know it's even colder in other parts of the country, but it was 2 here, so no complaining. Enjoy the snow. Here's the thing that's kind of nuts to me. Here's the thing that's nuts. In a plot twist, let's just go ahead and read some of this. The offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen, all right, has been speaking with the Jags in person for their head coach job. He is a key candidate to become the coach. All right, this is days after agreeing to a massive extension in Tampa. He now may have found the head coaching job he could not refuse. It gets even better than that. All right, it's not just that. This is the one that is crazy to me. The Bucs have had no contact today with Liam Cohen or his representation. The team has made multiple efforts to reach him and has not been able to. Cohen is in Jacksonville discussing a deal to become the head coach. So here is the way it went down. Jacksonville first wanted Ben Johnson, and there were 2 really, I think, hot offensive coordinator names. I think Ben Johnson was number 1, and then I would say Liam Cohen was probably number 2, even though it was 1 year, all right, that he was the OC in Tampa Bay. And we're going to get to how much better Tampa was this year offensively. And just remember, all right, Canales, I believe it was the offensive coordinator for the Bucs the year before. He parlayed that great year into a job, a head coaching job with the Carolina Panthers. So, and I'm going to show you how much better Cohen was. And I'm going to talk about how great this is for the Jags, because I am a firm believer in Trevor Lawrence and the weapons that he has. So we're going to talk about all that. But this is nuts how it went. So the Jags, we hear about Ben Johnson and how wherever he went, he wanted to be able to choose who his GM was going to be. He wanted to be able to handpick that, or at least find someone that he was in agreement with. He ends up going to Chicago. They really do have a great GM there. I hate to admit it, but they really have a great GM there. And so he goes to Chicago. Balky couldn't get him. Now Balky's like, here's my next guy. I want it to be Liam Cohen. Couldn't get him. And there's this realization around the NFL that it seemed to take Jacksonville a long time to understand, which is that Balky's not that good. All right? And people don't want to come and be a head coach when they know their roster is probably not going to be optimal. It's going to be average to below average. That's all he's ever put together. And there's been good coaches that have come through Jacksonville. So they let him go, and then all of a sudden, Liam Cohen's back in the picture. He's back in the picture. And it makes you wonder what these back alley, backroom deals are kind of looking like. But I need you to understand that the coach that you are getting is one that could absolutely be awesome when it comes to running this offense that is absolutely loaded with weapons. Loaded with that weapons. All right, Evan Ingram at tight end. Your running back room is just fine. All right, it is just fine with ETN and Tank, and it could get better. I don't know. But when you talk about Brian Thomas, who in his rookie year showed that he could be an absolute weapon, elite. Brian Thomas, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. You won me, helped me win 2 fantasy football championships this year. All right. He has been phenomenal, and I am a believer in this guy. Everybody kind of said, oh, it's Marvin Harrison Jr., it's Malik Neighbors. Brian Thomas might end up being the best of them all because he's got it. He has it. Whatever it is, he's got it. And now he's going to be with a guy that fully understands how to utilize him and puts his quarterback in the best position to succeed. Look at these stats. When you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all right, top line is 2023. This is with Canales as the head coach, the offensive coordinator. He got a head coaching job based on that performance. And this is Liam Cohen. Same characters, same cast of characters. In fact, I would say it was an even worse cast of characters because you had their best receiver, Mike Evans, hurt for 3 to 4 games. You had Godwin go down after a month, who is having the best year of his career. He goes down after a month, so you're down at one point both Evans and Godwin, and you have Cade Otton at tight end getting like 150 yards a game for a few games. All right, you have McMillan that comes in and gets better. I would make an argument that the weapons overall last year were better than this year. And it's the same quarterback. It's still Baker. So you put up 1,400 more yards, roughly, but more like 1,470. All right, almost 1,500 more yards. You get an extra win. Great. Touchdown. This is where it just gets bonkers. 22 more touchdowns this year than last year. I just did this video for the Tampa Bay Bucks. You can go watch it because I was excited about, not me personally, I was excited for Bucks fans that they got their offensive coordinator back on a multi-year deal. Look at this. 154 more points. That's 9 more points a game. 9 more points a game. And even their opponents who scored 60 more points over the season and averaged more points per game because the defense wasn't as good this year, Tampa Bay still had a better record. 95 more first downs. 9.4% better third down completion percentage. Across the board, this offense was better, period. You could say, oh, it was year 2 Baker. Okay. No, it was because they had an offensive coordinator on ups and downs, put him in position to succeed. Baker has been okay. He's had a couple of good years. He's had a couple of really bad years. And he's had 2 phenomenal years. One of them was in Cleveland. Angry Baker. And then the next phenomenal year was this year. I am telling you right now, go out. If you are a fantasy football player, on the cheap, go trade for Trevor Lawrence right now. Go do it. If Liam Cohen is becoming your head coach and he's running this offense, Trevor Lawrence is going to explode next year. All right? He's going to throw more picks. That's okay, right? Because he's going to throw a crap ton more touchdowns. You are, at the very least, going to have an offense that can run and shoot and gun with anybody. And I can't wait to see what he does with the rest of his staff. But you have a head coach that has the potential to do something special when you combine him with an elite talent that is Trevor Lawrence and all the talent that is on that offense. Really exciting to see. If you're a Jags fan, let's see if this actually comes true. All right, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.